I already hear my nasaliness in the mic,
It's fine.
and I'm gonna have to blow my nose sometime throughout this for sure.
It is what it is.
Okay, Matt,
Matt,
what's going on? It's been a while.
it's been definitely quite a while.
Yeah, we're chilling now.
A lot has happened.
A lot.
Yeah.
December, first week of December, getting excited. Unfortunately, as you know, as people from our work establishment know,
Yes.
I've been actually very sick over the last couple of days.
Under the weather.
So to be fair, like, this is the time of year to get sick. My
Yes.
family's always like getting sick like this time, like just late November, starts to snow and shit like that. But
Weather changes.
I don't know why, I just cannot kick this. I cannot kick this sickness. It's been when did I get sick? I got sick like Tuesday of last week.
Yeah, it was like...
It's been like almost a full week.
Yeah, basically, at this point. 6 days.
Yeah, but I'm not even like, you know when you're like sick.
It's
like
just getting over it,
Yeah, like it's just like I'm still like you hear it.
Yeah,
Like, you hear it in my
a
nose.
little bit.
Like I don't know why I just can't get over it.
Do you normally get sick? Like, is it a routine? Like a...
Okay, so I actually had this conversation. Super weird. First of all, I love my parents. But
Okay.
the just the support, I don't know, it's just more like when I got sick, it was kind of like you always get sick. Like what's happening? Like you're not taking your vitamins, and I'm like I'm sick right now. Like I'm not here to listen to this. You know what I mean?
The immune system, though.
Yeah, but I fought COVID. Yeah, fuck yeah. I fought COVID.
Okay.
Beat that. Wasn't it's not a joke. That's very serious, actually. Because I did.
It did happen.
I actually did have COVID.
Yeah.
But that wasn't even a cold. Like for me, that wasn't even a sickness.
Surprisingly, out of 17 people, you were the only one to get COVID.
Wasn't it more than 17?
There were so many of us.
Yeah, for those listening.
Yeah.
Me and Matt worked together. If you didn't already know that, and I worked not knowing that I even needed a test. Before I got COVID, like before I even got tested, I worked like Friday, Saturday, and like Sunday morning or something like that.
This was not recent, by the way. This was like a year and a bit ago. So
Actually, the 1 year anniversary. Oh, I'm gonna celebrate, but 1 year was November 5th.
there it is. See,
Yeah, November 5th, 2021.
2020.
2020, sorry.
Yes.
Was the day I had COVID. I got my test results back. But yeah, this is just sort of sickness I just cannot kick. What's your, like when you first get a cold, what's like your go-to? Because everyone has like their own like remedy or tea or this or that. Like what's the first thing you go to?
So I only get sick realistically like once a year, if I do.
Okay.
And I get it really, really bad. But like, first thing I do, I'm not a sponsor, 2 Advil cold and sinuses.
Do you
Easy.
pop multivitamins every day?
No.
You don't think?
No. I don't know. It's just like there's a whole thing, and you can like do like research with them. And I'm not against vitamins. It's just like the off the shelf like random vitamins. A lot of placebo effect with them.
I feel like that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like
There's a whole thing about it.
I feel like if you get the right ones.
Yeah, like doctor prescribed, or if you find like the right brands and do research or something.
Yeah.
But I'm just like because technically we're supposed to get all our like nutrients and all that kind of stuff from food.
Food, yeah.
So like,
exactly.
it is what it
big
is.
chef guy.
Okay. And so like that's just the way it is, right? Like that's So I don't take vitamins regularly.
Yeah, I'm supposed to. I never really take them
No.
though. Like everyone always says like, oh, the reason you get sick, you don't take your vitamins. But like I take like if I had a Flintstones chewable, like I'll take those. But it's just like popping pills to me. I feel like I'm just old now.
Yeah,
I guess, like I'm just. It feels like I have one of those little Monday to Friday empty. Those little
pill
things.
dispensers.
Yeah,
the organizers.
The little plastic things. Like I'm not my nonna. Like I'm not old yet.
I agree with medication. I like medication. If it helps you, like go for it.
Yeah.
I don't like go to it like all the time. If that makes sense, like I don't want to get used to them.
Yeah, your go-to is Advil cold and sinus.
But if I need to, like if I'm dying, Advil cold and sinus.
Yeah.
Easy. Like if I got my second dose and I popped Advil cold and sinus.
Yeah.
Just because I felt like shit. And that's like to be expected, but like that's just the way it is.
Yeah, now that it's cold/flu season, my go-to I am extremely or rather, I'm heavily medicated during my sickness. Like heavily medicated.
You're a big Vicks guy, right?
No, not Vicks. I am Neocitrin is a good one. Neocitrin is a great one.
Which one was that?
Advil Cold and Sinus. I'll explain it.
Okay.
Advil Cold and Sinus, Halls, Fisherman's Friend, and like every kind of tea you can imagine.
Yeah, I love tea just by itself, and like Halls slash like Fisherman Friends slash what's the other one? The one that like Buckley's.
Buckley's.
Yeah, that one's awful. Like,
Yeah,
it's great,
Buckley's
but
coffee,
awful.
Benadryl, Buckley's, you name it, I'm having it, all of it. Advil Cold and Sinus, Tylenol, nighttime, just a mix of everything.
Yeah.
But the big underdog for me, like I said at the beginning, is Neocitrin. I don't know if you ever had it.
I have not.
Okay, so it's like, to put it into perspective, it's like a tea, but it's like it's not very citrusy. It's kind of like lemony, orangey.
Okay.
But I double dose. I nighttime double dose. It's not. It's definitely not good for you, but it puts you out like a light. Like, I'll double dose at like 11:30.
Yeah.
I've already been sleeping for at least 20 minutes at 12 o'clock.
Fair enough.
Like, it puts me on 10 minutes.
Fair enough.
Like 11:45, I'm done. Out.
Yeah.
That's why I need that.
Things like that, I can definitely see why. Like, and I would take them to like this is the question. The first I'm gonna like it corresponds. What's your least favorite cold symptom? Least favorite.
Definitely the nose. Not breathing.
Stuffy nose?
Not breathing through your nose.
Okay.
That's the biggest one for me.
The worst one, in my opinion, the sore throat.
Oh, yes.
Worst.
Yes, sore throat is the worst. Yeah. So when you wake up with a sore throat, it's so much. And every time, there's a difference between a sore throat
and like a dry, like whatever.
When you can't swallow and it hurts to swallow, I think that's the worst ailment ever.
I contemplate life every swallow.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just the worst.
That's the worst ailment ever.
Yeah.
And every breath is just like gross.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
I like. There are thoughts running through my brain. I'm like, I'm dying right now.
Yeah,
This is it. This is the end for me. Because I'm
worst
swallowing
ailments.
bricks. Like, that's just.
Yeah,
like,
we sound like a couple of fucking pansies, but yeah. Because people are definitely like, way worse. And we're just like, yeah, sore throat. I'm dying.
Now we're just talking about
it is bad.
average cold symptoms. There are definitely things worse.
No, it definitely is bad. Definitely so bad.
Yeah. Plus, the thing is, too, we're not jacket guys. Like, the way you see us right now, this is how we go outside.
I'm not like a winter jacket. I'm more like a winter sweater guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. With a long sleeve underneath.
I like more short sleeve just because I dress in layers and I start taking layers off when I'm inside and then put the layers back on when I go outside. So,
I rate it. I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is that time of year. Mm-hmm. That's why. Mm-hmm. First snowfall was actually like a week ago or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Wasn't even a snow. It was like it happened and then like it started like freezing rain for like 3 days.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like
Even yesterday was like it was supposed to be like freezing rain and there was just slush everywhere and like
it's gross.
It was dangerous conditions, especially at like 11:30 p.m. when I was like driving around because it was closing.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning, gone.
Yeah,
everything's gone. Grass is green. I'm like, I can go play around at golf right now.
Yeah, exactly. They the worst like time of snow / year for me is I really like a good snowfall. It makes everything look white. All the light reflects off the snow. It's really bright outside, even though like the sky is dark, like grayish. But I hate like 2 days after a big snowstorm and it's just all like mud-ish snow.
It's
it's like all slushy and it's
everything's gray
and you gotta step over everything. The snowbanks on the top side of the road are like higher than your face. Like it's just that's like for me is the worst type of thing. I like it just a little little snowfall.
Are you a boot guy? Do you like boots?
No, I don't. I have to wear them. Like you have, especially in Canada where we live. But you have to wear them. But I'm definitely not a boot guy. Like it's just so clunky. I'm a big dude. I have a big size foot, right? Like I wear like size 13, and size 13 Tim's.
Yeah.
Is like massive. Like that's a massive shoe.
I have 2 pair of Tim's, and just like I'm size 11 and a half depending on the shoe, and it's just like the most clunky thing to. It's great. Don't get me wrong. When there's like heavy snow on the ground, it's great, but like just so clunky.
Then you go inside a place.
You're like
Yeah, I remember like the most traumatizing thing for me is like high school winters or like. Even in college, even like first, second year college, like the winters get really bad, so you gotta wear I had to wear my Timbs like all the time. Mm-hmm. But then you get inside, and it's like, holy, like I'm wearing these massive boots.
Yep.
Inside, like I should have brought, and you can't carry them in a bag.
No,
it's just
and
you're fucking carrying luggage.
You don't have
at
like
that
a
point.
locker in college or.
Yeah, exactly. It's so shit. Well,
a
actually, high
mess.
school locker, yeah, but I didn't even use my locker in high school.
Yeah,
Like,
I would
not
use
at
my
all.
use my locker for that. Like I switch my
boots and
shoes
shit?
like yeah, like because it's so awkward.
I didn't even
over
have a locker, bro.
in high school.
Now that I think about it, I had one for maybe a year.
Interesting.
I kept everything in my bag. I had a big red JanSport bag. I kept everything in there. I was always paranoid. Someone's gonna take
Fair.
my shit.
Fair.
Someone's gonna pick my lock or something like that. They're gonna snip it where I was in the wrong spot or something. I always had like paranoia with that shit.
You still have your high school lock?
Yeah, I do actually.
Aren't we supposed to give those back?
I think it was here. No, that wasn't in the studio.
Eh.
That would have been crazy if it was here though. No, I think you are supposed to. No, I definitely.
I
not
have
supposed
mine.
to
I
get
don't know.
I use mine for good life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We're going back to December's time of year. Obviously, Christmas is upon us.
Christmas is a big one. Yeah.
We're actually doing a Christmas episode in a couple weeks.
A lot of recaps for everything. Just everything's like because of the new year. Like
Yeah.
this is just the way it is. Like recaps for everything.
Yeah.
It kind of excites me. Maybe not like so much this year because like, obviously our
Yeah.
situation. But I don't know, just to see how the year went.
Yeah. I think we're sort of out of the big slump. I would
Yeah.
call 2020 was.
Yeah.
Sort of like a big dry slump. But yeah, I'm looking forward to what next year is going to be like. And everyone's saying like all this bullshit with still COVID still here and all that stuff. But looking forward to what next year has in store. One exciting thing at the end of this year that I really want to talk about we brought today. I don't know if you have them beside you.
I do have them indeed. Let me get them.
So I'm gonna give everyone a quick little introduction. So Tim Hortons actually did a collaboration with Justin Bieber. If you're from Canada, you already have known them and tried them before.
Correct.
They are called the Tim Biebs, and Matt's got them right there.
Zoom in on these after, Matt.
Yeah. These are pretty exciting actually. I think they're a really good move for Tim Hortons. First of all.
Okay.
Second of all, I haven't tried them yet. We're gonna try them on the podcast for the first time.
Yes, sir.
I have not tried them. They look delicious.
Have you talked to anybody who has tried them? Or
Yeah, a lot of different opinions.
yeah.
A lot of different opinions. A lot of they're shit, they're good, one's good, two are good, one's bad.
Yeah.
All over the place. I haven't really heard like a sort of collective decision about them. But yeah, there's 3 flavors. So it's Justin Bieber's collaboration with Tim Hortons. They're doing Timbits, but they're called Tim Biebs. You can see the branding there is really cool. It's a little different. And yeah, this is sort of bringing I think it really brings like the young, what's it called?
Generation.
Yeah, generation or like the young people like to the market, like to Tim's market.
I think a lot of
like,
our generation, to be honest.
Yeah, like
know?
like people don't. I feel like kids eat Timbits. Like you don't really go to buy Timbits. You know what I mean? Like
I always buy Timbits
if you're getting them for somebody.
When it's like, oh, there's a big group of people.
Yeah,
There's like, oh, I'm coming to work, and there's like 25 people working right now because of like something.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll buy 50 Timbits.
Yeah. But this is like.
Yeah.
This is like you're actually going there to buy 10 Timbits. Like,
Yeah,
just,
like
you know what I mean? Definitely they're making a shit ton of money.
Oh, 100%.
For sure.
100%.
Huge move by Tim's. Actually, I want to talk about these the backstory behind these. I did a little research. They were actually in talks with Justin with Mr. Bieber about these Bieber balls for like time. Right there, it was like over a couple months. They were sending him a ton of samples apparently. So this wasn't just something Tim's like just took the wheel on.
Yeah. They like did it with him and stuff.
Yeah, they really took the time and really tried to get the flavors down packed and like what they wanted them actually to be. But they showed in the commercial. I think that's why the commercial was like that.
Yeah.
Just so they like really show that, okay, this took time. Like we actually did this, and it wasn't just Tim Hortons had these 3 flavors and Justin was like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean?
After the
Which is honorable, I think.
Yeah, after the acquisition in I think 2014, don't quote me on that, by the company who owns the Burger King franchise, that company there, not a lot of like, they've been making so many changes now, like recently.
Yeah.
If you remember, like their marketing is now like completely different. It's like completely like
Their restaurants
flipped.
all took a big glow up.
They did
over
like
the last 10 years. I think.
they took their restaurants look better.
Yeah, it's like the McDonald's when McDonald's upgrade all theirs.
Exactly. And like their marketing has gotten better. They have within the last year they've hired a corporate chef and like a culinary team. And have you seen those commercials at all or? like where they're like
Yeah, yeah, yes,
introducing
yes,
they're
yes.
introducing new product, and like now they just release like a steak and breakfast sandwich or whatever it is, or like the
I
new
do
eggs
remember
came out and like they're
Yeah.
new eggs and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
But I wanted to. So the flavors here are chocolate white fudge. Yeah, chocolate white fudge. No, is that wrong? Yeah, chocolate white fudge is the chocolate one. Sour cream chocolate chip, and birthday cake waffle. So
What's your favorite Timbit? Just in general.
This might be making me a little biased if I tell you.
Oh, okay.
Sour cream glaze is definitely my favorite Timbit.
Really?
Or honey dip.
Really?
It's toss up. Yeah, it's definitely a toss up. Not a birthday cake guy.
You're gonna hate me.
Yours is chocolate.
Either chocolate or birthday cake.
Doesn't get more basic than chocolate, bro.
Right?
That's you're a child.
People hate the chocolate
Yeah.
ones.
No, I
And I'm
don't
like,
hate them, but I was like, maybe when I was 5, they
oh, no,
were
there's
my
like
favorite.
there's like a cult following about how hating the chocolate ones, and I'm like, you need to all relax.
No,
Like,
it's because everyone loved them as
Yeah,
kids, and
that's-
then you just grow out of them. Okay, let's dive into.
you pick first, and we'll.
I think this is the one I'm gonna like the most. That's why I'm gonna take it first. Sour cream chocolate chip.
Okay.
I think this looks like something I would like.
I mean,
I'm
it
a
looks
big.
good. Yeah.
I like a good chocolate chip cookie. So cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
One bite.
Huh. Is this the sour cream one, just originally?
Yeah.
Give it a rating in 3, 2, 1, 8.
8. Oh!
Wow, okay.
Out of 10 is 8.
Just
Yeah.
because, I'm going to be honest, it tastes identical to the original.
Sour cream, yeah.
And
I
like
give the
that
sour
one.
cream
Yeah,
a
I
7.
like that one. So, like,
I think I bit down on maybe one chocolate chip, which is worth the change. Definitely worth the change.
if they just kept this and then replaced the other one, I don't think anybody would care. I think it would be a positive change.
Yeah, but I don't know what the shit on the outside is. Like, I know it's just I know what the white stuff is.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's go for number 2. I'm going to go... We're going to do the birthday
Okay.
cake waffle next. This one's got a lot more shit on the outside.
That
I
one.
don't know if you're into... I think I just maybe I've gone one that did.
No,
Very
it's
good.
mine's completely bare. Maybe it was next to the other one.
And I got
one,
all of it, yeah.
That one, no, that one looks like the
Looks like
the
the
first
the
one.
moon.
No, the
What?
first one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's like maybe it was just next to them. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, cheers.
All right, cheers.
Cheers,
Let's
Doug.
try this one.
Oh my god, wow.
Okay, rating. Ready?
Go on.
Okay, rating. Ready? Oh.
This one keeps getting better, actually.
As you eat it, it does. He's
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
Oh,
well. No, that was good. That was fantastic.
Okay.
Oh my god, that was fantastic. That was the best one. Actually, it's close.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, 9.
8.5.
Okay.
8.5.
Just because you chew it and you just get birthday cake, and then you just keep going, and then it's like, what is happening in my mouth?
It's like cinnamon. Some
Very
cinnamon.
positive.
I like good cinnamon.
Very positive.
It started off as like a 7,
Yeah.
and then you just keep eating it. It was good. Like
Yeah.
you're saying. I
It
gained
was-
another 1.5.
It was pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie.
And I like sour cream glaze. I don't know why. I don't know
Damn.
why. That's a big change.
Finally, the last one, the chocolate.
I've gotten every single good one. My bad, G.
Okay.
No, that's actually a good one. You
No,
gotta
we're
go.
good. We're good.
Yeah, that's
This
a
one I'm
6.
gonna just shove in my mouth.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. It's the same. It's exactly the same.
Nothing has changed. Nothing. I don't know what's like the white fudge. I guess like you get like 0.8% of white fudge.
You know
Maybe
what
it's
I
because
taste?
it's. It depends on what's on the outside. I think
You know what I taste?
sometimes you get lots of.
I got like a hint, like all of a sudden, of just like frosting,
yeah,
and then it just like disappeared.
yeah, yeah. And you're a chef. You should fucking know.
Your claim, not mine.
Okay, ratings. Let's get it.
7.
I'm gonna go ahead and say 6. I don't think it's that. I think it's not. I don't think it's that good. I think that's the worst one out of all of them.
It's definitely the worst one out of all.
Definitely the worst one out of all of
The
them.
best one is the birthday cake one.
For me, it's a toss up. 8 and 8.5 for me is very close. That's a toss up. But 8 birthday cake really did surprise me this one. Yeah.
Not bad.
If you haven't tried them, go ahead to Tim's and try your Tim BIEBS, the famously known on the internet as Bieber balls, as a hilarious meme.
It was coming. Come on.
Yeah.
You know, their balls.
I don't know. I read an article that says it takes away from, just sort of this collab takes a little bit away from just Tim's being known as for hockey, right? Like hockey and like the staple of Canadian coffee. Because you think of Tim Horton and always coffee and hockey and after games, you see. Whenever I think of Tim Hortons like coffee, it's like the signature commercial for me would be like a dad at a hockey rink or a mom at a hockey rink just drinking a Tim's, right?
Well, I mean, like their whole thing is, and especially in the summer with like the Smile Cookie and stuff, is like supporting children's camps and things. So I mean, like it's still there.
The Timbits soccer and
it still exists, right? But like,
yeah, I get it. I totally get it. One thing I want to talk to you about and just share a little bit is Spotify's 2021 Wrapped.
Yep.
Actually just came out.
Yep.
And I know yours is going to be super diverse and unexpected.
Because my number one.
Okay, well,
my number one song, I just want to point it out, was a meme.
So was mine.
Literally.
So was mine.
No, like it was literally a meme, and we'll talk about that later. But
okay, Spotify does the Wrapped every year, so it gives you like to all the Apple Music users. I'm gonna say users, not losers, because I was one of them.
Definitely losers.
Spotify is definitely way better.
Spotify's king.
You're hearing it here first on the RTF podcast. Spotify is the superior music streaming platform for several reasons, and especially because of this 2021 Wrapped.
Yep, 100%.
And I think maybe it could only be that. Just like, there's so many other things, but it could definitely just be the Wrapped that makes it so much better.
100%. I like seeing it. I like we were talking about this earlier. I like seeing what I listen to. It's very expected, I'm not going to lie, because it's my music. But, I mean, you know.
First of all, how many minutes played did you have? Because I think I'll beat you.
I think it was like 36,000.
Yeah, I have a lot of minutes played.
Yeah.
I have literally like a shit ton of minutes played. Mine is 53,000.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Because I saw everybody else's on like Instagram and stuff, and they were like 30,000, 17,000.
Yeah.
I got 53,000. I listen to a lot of music. Like that's I did the math. I don't remember how many hours per day or minutes per day it was.
Do you ever listen to do you ever just solely listen to music? Put your headphones in, you just lay in your bed and just listen to music.
No, I used to do that. I don't do that anymore.
Huh. I never did that. I was never that kind of guy.
No, I always got to do something else now.
I always do something else.
Whether it's at work or doing schoolwork or something. I never do it just by itself.
Yeah.
But mine was sort of expected. The one thing that really gets me upset about my personal Wrapped is my third song is Levitating by Dua Lipa and DaBaby.
And?
I hate that song now.
That song's great.
I just buried it into the ground. I played it so much the first week it came out. I was like, oh, the song's great.
Yeah.
1 week later, I hate the song. I hate it. I hate the song with a passion. On the radio, on the thing. I must have heard it 500 times, not on my Spotify. Like on the side.
Yep.
I hate that song. With a passion.
I mean, it's a good song.
It's fantastic. It was fantastic.
It's
it was
so
great.
good. You can't even lie.
And like the house remixes and that we were listening to before this and whatever.
Yeah.
But I know mine off by heart. Do you know yours? The top artist.
I have it here. My top artist was Martin Garrix. It's been Martin Garrix for 3-4 years now. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Big Martin Garrix fan.
I'm a big Martin Garrix. I was thinking like top 0.05 or something in his listeners or something.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
It was like, it's up there.
And then your other ones?
It's a lot of like dance, trance, EDM, house music. Martin Garrix, Above and Beyond, Rufus Del Sol, Armin van Buuren.
Oh my god, I don't know half of those.
Nicky
Armin
Romero.
van Buuren and Nicky Romero, obviously.
Yeah.
That's dope. And then your top tracks?
Starting from 5, I'm gonna. So it's Do Me Right and The Business from that that house playlist you found.
The Tiesto, The Business one.
Yeah. Head and Heart, Paradise, which is a great song.
All house.
And then my number one song, because it said it, and I sent it to shout out Fernando, our old GM. I played it 72 times at work in a row. In a row. It was Spanish Flea.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And so, I mean...
And that's your number one song?
That was my number one song, apparently. I don't know how. I'm going to be honest.
That's crazy.
Because it was one day. I just played it. and that's all I played. It was like 3 hours,
Holy
and
shit.
he got very upset.
That's crazy.
But it's
Mine was kind of weird. My artists were Drake, Avicii, Justin Bieber, Kanye West.
okay.
I don't know. I don't know why Justin Bieber was up. I think because when his album came out, I was like really binging his album. But I didn't really listen to his music in the last recently. And then songs was Way Too Sexy, I think, which is so generic. And then it was like Levitating was like number 3. And then Peaches was number 2.
Nice. Yeah, you
Literally,
played that
of course.
a lot. No, you played that a lot.
Yeah, it was corresponding with the things.
Yeah.
And then what was my last song? I think it was a Camila Cabello song. I don't know, because I have a playlist that just constantly runs.
That's the other thing too. Like,
Yeah.
Like I know exactly where the bottom 3 of my songs came from. It's because I added them to a playlist, and I don't know about you. I sort my playlist by recently added, because it's like all the old stuff is on the bottom, all the new stuff is on the top.
Yeah.
So then I just hit the top one and it plays. And then when it's like, oh, I'll get to
The old songs.
the old songs, or I'll stop and like, I'll restart at 2 hours from now. I'll hit it again and then I'll play it. Hit it again, I'll play it, right?
Yeah.
So like that's where a lot of that came from, I know for a fact.
Yeah, I lied. Save Your Tears by The Weeknd was my number 2 song. I'm pretty sure.
Big Weekend guy.
Yeah, big Weeknd guy. And Weeknd was number 5, I think.
really?
I don't think it was Kanye West.
Really?
I think I was looking at somebody else's that was Kanye West. I was expecting mine to be Kanye West, actually. Because I listen to Donda a lot. Donda and Certified Lover Boy were my 2 top albums. Because I binged, like, as soon as they came out, I was spamming those. Everybody has mixed opinions about Donda and CLB, Hit and Miss, or whatever you want to call it. But I sort of want to talk about, actually, Kanye West. I don't know if you heard some of the shit that's been going on, him and Kim, or Don.
Weren't
And
they,
he's been going off the wall. I don't want to get into, like, political,
Yeah.
like
No
the shit.
politics.
Yeah.
Let's just-
But, like, have you seen his haircut?
No.
His
I haven't
newest
seen
haircut?
the recent, no.
I'm going to show you.
He is just hilarious. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to just go ahead and say he's hilarious.
He's fucked.
Because there's things where
We've talked about it on the podcast
Yeah.
before, and his actual, like, mental issues and things like that, and what he's got going on, but...
Yeah. And
Holy
when I mean
fuck.
hilarious, I mean no disrespect to him in the slightest, because he's just what I mean is just like he'll be here on this level, all of a sudden, left field.
Yeah,
just
literally.
just gone. We're like, where did this come from? It's
Yeah,
This was-
his new haircut is, like, been made fun of, like, everywhere.
I don't know how I haven't seen it, but then again, I also don't like follow it too much, as you can tell by my Spotify Wrapped. But
So this one, can you see that?
I can't see it. What is that?
Yeah, it looks like the barber, like, butchered it, man.
Hold on.
Yeah, it looks like the barber,
Hold
like,
on.
really butchered it. I don't know what happened. There's, like, confuses fans with new half-shaved haircut. It looks like, I don't know, it's some sort of, like, abstract art statement, but, like, if I came up to you with that, what's the first thing you say to me?
I don't.
my God, are you
personally-
okay?
I personally, well, if it was a random stranger, I say nothing. I am staying clear.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
staying
if it was
clear.
me, if
it
I
was
had
you, the first thing that coming out of my mouth
laugh
would
your
be,
fucking ass
oh
off.
my God, the most laughing you'll ever gonna hear out of me.
Yeah, you
I
laugh
mean,
your
what
ass.
the fuck is that?
Yeah, you
Like,
laugh your ass off.
And it would be 6 minutes of straight laughing.
Yeah,
Like there's no.
that's pretty bad though.
You want to both get it?
No, we wouldn't.
No.
You wouldn't do it, man. I want to talk to you about actually your new journeys. You haven't been on the podcast actually talking about your new career path. Not new, but fairly new.
Yeah,
I would say.
it's definitely like a complete like. One.
I wouldn't even say 180. I would from your
It's
previous
very
one,
much-
but
yeah.
it definitely related. I would say.
To a point, it does. It does relate.
No, sort of to like what you do, like that you actually like
Yeah.
golf and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, the two also connect a little bit as well.
Yeah.
'Cause, like some of the industry, but anyway. So I mean, I took a wild turn just out of like self-discovery and like what I want to actually do. And you went on like a similar like
Yeah.
discovery, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're like, what do you actually want to do for the rest of your life, and like where do you want to be happy and where do you see yourself and whatever. You can't really answer that question, in my opinion, at this point, because things are always going to change and like whatever. But you can always put yourself on the right path.
Yeah.
And I genuinely feel like this is like very much so something I enjoy, just because it's not like or the right path. Just because it's not just something I enjoy, or it's just like a hobby, it's like a passion.
Yeah.
Where it's like I'm constantly learning. If it's 3 a.m., like this is what I'm watching. Like either it's casual or I'm learning. It's like if I'm at a seminar for it, I'm actually like paying attention and intensive, and like I want to like be there and learn, right? But I am joining, or have joined, I guess, at this point, the golf industry. You know,
you started a program at Golf Humber.
Yeah, at no, Humber College.
Humber College,
Yeah.
sorry.
To join again, just the golf industry.
But what's the exact? It's golf
Professional
management.
golf management.
Professional golf management.
Yeah, and so sorry.
Yeah, what I wanted to just ask you quickly, just because it's similar to what I had to go through.
Yeah.
Between your parents, people around you, what's sort of like your response to like having that career path not be so conventional? Because I had the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I started with architecture. That was like, oh, good, you make good money, do good, you building, you do good things, you're building, designing buildings, good job, go for it. You know, like all power to you. But then you move to something that's not sort of like.
It's not. You
The
don't
term
think
is
of it.
yeah.
You don't think of it any.
The term is like, I would say, unstable, but depending on how you approach it.
Correct.
So, what do you think of people that approach you and say like, "Oh, are you sure? This may not be as conventional as you think." Like whatever.
So, in September or August, September, that was actually the mindset I went into, right? In regards to like what you can do, how you can do it, you know, all that kind of stuff. Now my mindset is completely shifted. Like just experiencing the industry and going to clubs and hearing from people in the industry, completely like different. It's like a $20 billion industry in Canada.
Oh yeah, it's
right?
definitely.
It's absolutely massive. The golf industry is absolutely massive, and that's not even just because like COVID. You know, everyone went to go play golf, and like it definitely helped. It attracted new players, and like
At the time, it was the only thing you could do.
The
like,
shift,
sports-wise.
yeah, the shift on new players has definitely risen, right? And I was talking to somebody from the PGA, and they were telling me like they don't have the stats, or they didn't have the stats prior because this was back in September. But they like the diversity of the sport has grown so much, which is amazing, right?
Yeah.
Because golf was, and you can attest, like it's a rich white man sport. That's what everybody
Basically.
always saw it
Or it
as,
was,
like,
yeah.
You know, that's the way it is, right? Because the cost gap to get into the sport is high, right? Clubs are not cheap, and everybody plays with hand-me-downs or something.
Yeah, exactly.
To maintain it, you know, green fees are expensive at higher end courses. Memberships for private clubs are absolutely through the roof, right? For everyday people, right? But I mean, like, you know, like hearing from all these people, and it has just really shifted reality because a lot of people are trying it for the first time. I myself have taught new players, both guys and girls. Some we know, some you know, others and whatnot, just to like get into it, and you know, they really, really enjoy it, and it makes me happy that they can share my passion. Yeah. I've always been the golf kid, and nobody's played golf.
Yeah, exactly. What do you enjoy more, though? Do you enjoy sort of like that management side of it that deals with some of those issues, or would you rather play? Would you rather actually play and be the player?
My current skill level,
but off of like what you're at, like what your skill level is. Like if you had the option,
realistically, like I would like to play. You know,
yeah.
It's very, very, very like that's the most difficult like position to hold, right? If you want to become a professional player and just play, you need to be so good. You need to be on the ball all the time, and that's not something that just stops in November. Like snow hits the ground. No.
No, you play all year.
You're training. You're flying to different countries that are like hot countries for tournaments. You're training back here. You're in simulators. You're like just everything. You have to be on the ball at all times. And I know people who are on the, like, for example, the Humber Golf team. I know people who are, you know, they're fit, they're active in the golf industry now. They are, you know, they check all those boxes because it's something you have to have a passion for.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
But in terms of like what I want to do, for example, like I really, really enjoy teaching. It's something I can.
So that's sort of the path you're gonna go down.
I'm gonna like it's a lot of like investigating what I want, right?
Yeah.
Like I want to teach, right? And I just spoke to so it was somebody today, who's a professional teacher. Like this is what he does full time, right? But then I can be, I could work at clubs, private, public, and whatnot as assistant pro or head pro or something. Or I can do kind of what like I've been doing. I can work in food and beverage. I can work in the I could work as a general manager of the club. I can work as things like that. Or I could work for a company, Titleist, TaylorMade, Callaway.
That does all this.
There's so many
different avenues.
Club fitters, club builders. There's so many different paths, and it's like all I want to do is explore them all. It's so hard to.
That's like me in various ways. So like, as you know, I'm in media, photography, videography slash everything else. But there's like so many different avenues I'd like to pursue. Obviously, I would have to go with to start off with is whatever's most lucrative, whatever gets the money in.
Yeah.
And then eventually, once I develop enough income to sort of invest into better equipment that I can actually explore those new avenues with.
Yeah.
Until then, I need to just sort of get that bag first.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people don't want to recognize that, right? So it's sort of like cheesy, but I saw like a thing on Instagram, a little reel or whatever it was. It was like slow is the fastest way.
Oh yeah.
Slow is the fastest way to achieve your dreams, which is kind of like. Yeah, right. It may sound cheesy, but it's like it's true. So I think of it as like a process. If you don't get necessarily into golf teaching now, into like actually like teaching form and to new players and things like that, like you could start somewhere else, right?
Exactly.
And then eventually you get there. That's the biggest thing for me is having enough money to purchase the equipment. For you, would be having enough knowledge to know, not just like you're definitely not knowledgeable enough now to teach like a full course.
I can teach somebody fundamentals and basics, but I'm not certified in any way, shape, or form.
Exactly, right? So eventually you get to that status, and that's sort of what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
But I think everyone our age is sort of at that gap area of now I got to learn the basics in order to get to the the professional level. But like I said, it's related to me in that way. I really just wanted to shout out a little shameless plug right now. On the podcast, I just recently started my my photography / videography business. All things media. I wanted to elaborate a little more for those who just see it on Instagram. It's called New Tab Media. We worked on the branding together for a while, but right now it's just me tackling it. You're clearly on a different career path, obviously, right? So, excuse me. It's just New Time Media for me is just something that like I really enjoy doing. I want to. It helps like I said, support the future goals I have and what the whole company can be in the future and things like that. I'm still sort of and I see this a lot on other creators' websites and things like that. Like people struggle with like an identity crisis when they become a content creator.
Yeah.
Of do I want to do bridal showers? Do I want to do weddings? Do I want to do baby showers? Do I want to do this type? Do I want to do real estate photography? Do I want to do product placement or like product photography and this and that and landscape and then right? So right now this is me sort of doing everything, getting a scope for everything I like because right now I love doing everything. Like to be fair, I like doing every single aspect between graphic design, product photography, like I said, real estate, showers, weddings, events, all that kind of stuff. I enjoy all of it. So right now I just want to really tackle everything and then eventually maybe specialize later. So that's what New Time Media is. I'll leave a link to our ad in the description on our Instagram. The website is starting up soon. We're going to have a couple other things launching starting in 2022. But I'm pretty excited for it. I have another photographer at Master Photos on Instagram. He's going to be joining me on this journey. It's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to like working with a lot of people, collaborating with a lot of brands.
People, they want, that gap you're talking about. Like they want to like, get things done and go. And they always forget it's like, you have to, first of all, we're stuck at a pace. We take this day by day. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And people always want to like, jump to the next thing, but it's like they need to take time in every aspect they do, right? So it's like if you take any job, that's fantastic. You're learning different skills from so many things that will build your, your skills. And then you can specialize later on, which is great, but you had experience in everything, right? You can use tips from this sort of photography to help you in this sort of photography instead, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And like you have to go through that. Obviously, we're gonna do things we don't want to do, but you need to do them in order to learn.
Yeah,
right? People
exactly.
always try to skip that and like, oh, I'm better than that or this and that. Take everything on the nose, you know.
With grain of salt, yeah.
Yeah, and just like you have to just push forward, right? Maybe for the next year, it's gonna be very like I prefer not to do this.
Yeah.
But it leads to new things.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah,
And that's with everything. That's with every career. That's with every life choice. You know, like you have to just take things for the way they are, and you can't stress about the things that you can't control.
Yeah.
Right. You got to just like learn to deal with that. Right. That's
exactly.
what makes you successful. Right. People who can't learn to deal with things that they can't control are the ones that are failing.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can take control of
You know
what
what says, you know what says like something crazy about that? Mike Tyson actually says something really crazy about like dealing with things you can't like dealing with things you don't want to do. He's like what stemmed his success, he says it on, I don't know if it was a podcast, like an interview or something like that, but I vividly remember this. He says that you have to get up and do things that you don't want to do as if you love doing them, and then it'll make the things you love doing a walk in the
better.
park.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you'll succeed so much more at the things you love doing, which is like super crazy because think about things you hate doing, right? And just pretend like you love doing them. Like that to me is like, that's like a sick mentality to have. Like, that's just crazy to me.
Exactly.
But I think we're gonna wrap it up there for today, Matt. We got a little serious at the end, a little
We did.
motivational at the end.
Exactly.
A couple of guys with careers starting up. But yeah, that was it for the episode 38 of the Fresh in the Feed podcast. My name is Matt. Thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me, Matt. I appreciate it.
Where can people reach you on social media?
Yep. Sorry?
Where can people reach you on social media?
On me? You can reach me at my personal Matt F. Chiapetta on Instagram. What? At Matt F. Chiapetta.
Yeah, on Instagram.
On Instagram. Or even my chef account as well, because I
Chef
do still...
Chuis Kajina.
No, it's Chef Matt Chiapetta still.
Oh, still, okay.
So, same thing. I do post occasionally sometimes. I still really do enjoy cooking and all that kind of stuff. It's
dope.
definitely still like a passion of mine, so things do go there, but, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're watching this, check out the links in the description. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok tags are all down there. If you're listening to this, check out the podcast in full video on YouTube for all the good fun faces and all the fun taste testing we had this episode. That was episode 38. Again, check me out at Matt Storino on Instagram and on Twitter. Just that, MattsTurino. Check out at New Tab Media on Instagram. Look forward to all of our up-to-date new reels. Things will be coming out for this episode. And that's pretty much it for episode 38. Refresh your feet so you don't have to. Check it out.
Bye.
See ya.